All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. I just want to do a lesson going into, well, the title of the lesson is Israelites or Hebrew Israelites is coming back into media spotlight. All right, and the reason why I entitled the lesson that is because, this Hebrew Israelite thing, is already, a popular thing, a well-known thing. All right, but it's growing in popularity. All right, and a podcast, all right, a popular one at that, called Fresh and Fit, mentioned that the so-called Negroes. All right, which I don't know if I didn't really watch it. All right, but they mentioned that I believe the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians are the Israelites. All right, and also the whole thing of those Jakes out there, the actual Israelites that are in that land of Israel being kicked out. Okay, which they're actually going off by going to that land of Israel because the Lord has to cleanse that land. All right, and the Lord is going to do it via those thermonuclear missiles. All right, but nevertheless they still made news headlines because those Edomites over there, the so-called Jews, were kicking them out of the land. All right, and which really that land belongs to us. All right, but we're not supposed to be in that land in this time. Because the scriptures say that Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai will set us in our land, all right, in due time, all right, in the appointed time. So right now we're not in that appointed time. That land is about to be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles, all right. But going back, to the title of the lesson, Hebrew Israelites are coming back into media spotlight, all right, and that's only going to bring Esau demonizing this word, okay, demonizing because more and more people is looking into the Hebrew Israelites, all right, and they stumble across Great Millstone, which has 100% truth, okay. And not only just Great Millstone has 100% truth, but these other Israelite camps, all right, they may be going off in certain things in the scriptures, all right, but overall they're still telling you that the Israelites are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians, that who the world ignorantly calls Jesus is a so-called black man, all right, or we considered a so-called black man, all right. So they're still telling you those things even though they don't have the 100% truth, all right. And either way, Esau, he sees all Jakes that are waking up to their heritage. He sees all of them as enemies, man. All right. And let me get a quick precept. I didn't have no scriptures, lined up. I'm just gonna roll in the spirit. This is 1 Corinthians 4:9. For think that the Most High hath set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and unto angels, and unto men. All right. And the Lord, he set forth the apostles, the real prophets. Okay. He set forth the real men of the Lord last. Okay. Which we believe here at Great Millstone, starting off with the apostles and elders. All right. That we are those men. Okay. And, you have many different so-called, black leaders. All right. Many different so-called Latino leaders. All right. But they wasn't set up by Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And you can go into their different history and how they're them trying to lead our people has failed. OK. But then this right here, the Lord has risen up the prophets to go prophesy on the highways and hedges, All right, this hasn't been done before. Okay, you know, and this goes all the way back, starting off with the high priest Abba Bivens. All right, which the Lord set him up. You know, Elijah, the prophet, coming back in reincarnation. All right, so since then, all the way up until now, this truth has grown, you know, immensely. All right, so it says, for I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and unto angels, and unto men. And I want to get the word spectacle, the interlinear. So for the word spectacle is theatron, which I believe that's where you get the word theater from. All right. And it goes in the outline of biblical uses: a theater, a place in which games and dramatic spectacles are exhibited, and public assemblies held. A public show. So pretty much like a stage, a theater, a public show. And, you know, because what the Israelites are doing, the men of the Lord are doing by following the scriptures and what the Lord commanded us to do by going out there on highways and hedges, we're being made a spectacle. Okay. And Esau, you know, he can't deal with that. All right. Because that is a token. All right. To let you know that his kingdom is going down. Okay. That's a token to let him know, all right, that he's going to be soon taken out of power. All right, because when you read the scriptures, you know, we're doing what the ancient men of the Lord did. OK, we're doing what the ancient prophets have always done. OK, let me actually get another precept. Real quick. It tell you, let me see, Slakia, bear with me. This is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right. And that's exactly what we're doing. All right. We're in the end times, and we're still in biblical times, despite the level of technology, despite how, you know, westernized this devil has the world. All right. We're still living in biblical prophecy. So the Lord has risen up his servants. OK. And with that, you also have false teachers that come with that, too. All right. False Israelites that are of the circumcision, that know that they're Israelites, but they're teaching something contrary to the truth. OK. But nevertheless, among that, you have the 100% truth. All right. And Esau, that's what he's most afraid of. All right. The real men of the Lord. OK. Because the elites, they know that what we're doing is biblical. And they know that we're the Israelites because they have all the knowledge that they've hidden away in the, you know, the different bones that they dug up will be considered so-called Negroid descent bones and Latino descent bones. All right. In the land of Israel. So they know that we're the Israelites. So, you know, this is monumental. All right. What we're doing by prophesying against this devil and telling them that he's the Edomites, that they're going to go into slavery. All right. The 1%, they know. So Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before the old prophesied both against many countries, yet prophesying against all these nations and against great kingdoms of war. And we're prophesying of World War III. OK. And as we're watching the times. All right. The things that we have learned in our teaching are becoming more and more evident, more and more plain, more and more manifest. It says, and against great Salakia of war and of evil. All right. Because we're in evil times, our bad times, but it's going to get extremely worse. All right. Because we're approaching the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. And the Lord said these different events will happen before he makes his return upon the earth. All right. And pestilence. All right. And now you have All right, this pestilence, the Rona. Okay. All right, but there's going to be more deadlier ones that are going to be released. All right, ones that you're actually going to see the results of it, and that's going to be all through the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, verse 9, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. All right, so going back to the topic of the lesson. All right, as these things begin to come to pass, all right, more and more people are waking up, to the fact that we are the Israelites, we're the Lord's chosen people. All right, more attention is going to be drawn over here, and Esau, he has to paint, all right, this truth in a bad light. All right, because he can't have this truth going out, because he knows that this is a token of his downfall. Okay, so Revelation 12. I'm gonna get Revelations chapter 12. And I'm gonna start at 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so now that he sees, the men of the Lord out there, all right, they've been putting a shadow ban, on the men of the Lord for years. All right, that's why, even though the prophets are made a spectacle, all right, there's really no news coverage. All right, only up until recently they've been covering the Hebrew Israelites on the news, and it's been in a bad light. All right, but out of all these years, all right, they haven't covered nothing about the Israelites, because they don't want they're trying to figure out how can they control the truth. All right, how can they paint the truth in a bad light? So it says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So, all right, when they turn this thing up, all right, they're gonna have to they're gonna have to address the Israelites. All right, and when they do it finally, because this thing is growing, all right, they're gonna do it in the bad light, and they're gonna set up the stage for them to come down and make it seem like we're terrorists, all right, that we are against, which we are against this wicked kingdom, all right, but we're not going to take up arms, all right. We're waiting upon our power, Yahweh Shema Shai, to deliver us, all right, and we're telling you that the Most High, who the world, ignorantly calls God, which we know his true name, which is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, in the name of his only begotten Son, we're telling you that they're going to destroy America, all right, and deliver us. All right, because we can't deliver ourselves. All right, but nevertheless, they're going to try to twist the narrative and come down and try to kill us. Verse 13, and when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. All right, let me jump down real quick. All right, because when you read the scripture, sometimes it jumps back. And especially the book of Revelations, you got to know when it jumps back in time and when it's talking about now. Okay, I'm gonna jump all the way down Revelations 12 and 17, because we're approaching this time now. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. All right, the dragon represents the revitalized Roman Empire. Okay, the NATO, EU, America. All right, which is ran by the Edomites, the elites. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman being the nation of Israel, okay, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. All right, and the remnant are the actual servants of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, because Esau, he understands these other Israelite groups are still carnal, and that they got the 501c3. All right, but as far as the real servants, the real men of the Lord, all right, Esau, he can't penetrate this truth. He can't infiltrate it. All right. And the ones that he can't infiltrate, those are the real those are the remnant. OK, it says, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay. So with with the Israelites slowly coming back into the media, all right, that demonization is going to come. All right, and Esau, he's going to come down with great wrath and make war, all right, with the with the all Israelites really. All right, but he's really gunning for the ones that have the 100% truth. Okay. So let me get another scripture. All right, Esau, he's gonna do all kind of lying, all right, false flags, all right, because he this devil has to try to control the narrative, man. All right, he doesn't want the world to know that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let me get I believe it's in the book of Matthew. This is the book of Mark. Let me see. This is the book of Mark, chapter 13 and 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. All right. So if you believe upon Yahweh Shema Shai, even if you are not set up to be a teacher, you may not be set up to be a prophet, but you believe wholeheartedly, all right, and you try to follow the laws and statutes to the best of your ability, you believe in the true names of Yahweh Shema Shai, Esau, he's gonna come after you too. All right, because Esau, he knows everyone's computer, what you search and what you type in your computer, in your phone, your YouTube account. All right, and they've already been documenting these things. All right, so they're gonna come after all those that are hearkening to the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, but nevertheless, the scriptures say that no weapon that's formed against thee shall prosper. All right, and the Lord is going to make a way for his servants to escape. All right, some brothers may be hemmed up and locked up, all right, for preaching his word, but that's only for a testimony. Okay, that's only for a trial. Okay. Let me get another precept. This is Revelations 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, speaking of Esau, shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. And that 10 days could represent just any a period or amount of time. All right, and it's going to be for a test, all right, for you to prove your faith in Yahweh Shema Shai by still trusting in him in the darkest of times, in the darkest of your time. Okay, and when the Lord feels like you prove yourself, that's when the Lord is going to step in, all right, and break you out. Or even it says be faithful to death. You may have to go all the way and lay down your life. But nevertheless, you're going to be risen up first, all right, in those chariots, all right, and it's a win-win situation, all right, because the Lord will put the spirit on you, to be successful, all right, and nevertheless, some brothers may not go through that. Some brothers may be able to escape because the Lord said he was going to lift up a standard, okay, and that could be spiritual power, or the Lord just could be could set a stage of events where, the Lord could open up a window of opportunity where you could escape. Okay. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord for the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. All right. Because Esau, he's about to come in like a flood. He's preparing war. all right, with the remnant of Israel, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. So that's the Lord is going to show out his power, especially because we're in the end times. All right, the Lord is definitely going to start showing his miracles. All right, so we have to continue to fight, continue to pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to strengthen our faith. All right, and the Lord, he's not a man that he should lie. All right, and this is the time where the elect is going to have the victory. Okay, and this devil, all right, he's going to try, all right, but he's not going to be successful, man. All right. So with that being said, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shai, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and Abba Abba.